เราเฝ้าดูทุกเหตุการณ์จากคนนับล้านจากคู่แข่งนับร้อยนี่คือเหล่านักสู้ที่เก่งกาจที่สุดแห่งมวลมนุษยชาติกลุ่มนักยิงที่สามารถออกไปต่อกรกับผู้แข่งขันที่ยิ่งใหญ่ที่สุดในโลกพวกเขาคือคนที่ถูกคัดเลือกมาจากพลังที่ยังไม่มีใครสามารถทดแทนได้ความสามารถของคนนิ้วเดิมพลังอำนาจความไวและการควบคุมในระดับโลกพลังแห่งการสื่อสารประสานกันเป็นทีมสร้างพลานุภาพตีบอลเสริมพลังอย่างหนักหน่วงและการสู้ระดับเลเวลเทพปกปิดแนบเนียนอยู่ใต้พุ่มไม้เป็นปีก็ไม่มีใครรู้วันนี้พวกเขารวมตัวกันเพื่อฝึกอย่างหนักและมุ่งมั่นในการเป็นผู้ที่ถูกเลือกนั่นก็เพื่อเป้าหมายเดียวเพื่อเงินอ้าวไม่ใช่เหรอ
มันเยอะนะมันเยอะที่สุดเท่าที่เคยมีการจัดการแข่งขันมาเลยนะ
แต่เป้าหมายที่แท้จริงคือการได้เป็นแชมป์แล้ว AIC นี้รู้กัน
Time makes heroes Arena of Valor International Championship 2021 วันที่ 26 พฤศจิกายน ถึง 19 ธันวาคมนี้
俺から逃げられるわけだお前を排除するこのまま Justice One 諦め俺から逃げられるわけだ Has been defeated I am you
We were born at the beginning of time. We are intertwined, inseparable. We are bound to protect the world. I live to protect. I'm in a bit of a mess, but I have your back. This time, let us stand our ground. I feel I am where I belong. You are. How have you been? We will meet again. shadow and change your fate. I still remember the day when you encouraged us to find our own way. So let's start a chase and keep making waves. We will find all the answers somehow. We're never alone. Soon we will be heard all over the world. Ride on, ride on, ride on. We're making waves. Ride on, ride on. You never have to be afraid. We'll capture the starlight with you. Flying, turning, deja vu. Ride on, ride on, ride on. Let's make a wave. Ride on, ride on. We'll travel through time and space. Now you're here by my side. We're breaking through. See our dream from a new view. Ride on, ride on, ride on. We're making waves. Ride on, ride on. You never have to be afraid. We'll capture the starlight with you. Flying, turning, deja vu. Ride on, ride on, ride on. Let's make a wave. Ride on, ride on. We're traveling through time and space. Now you're here by my side. We're breaking through. See our dream from a new view. 私が行った方が手っ取り早いのに本当バカ。何？私じゃ不満なわけ？ほら、最初から私が行けばよかったじゃない。次はあんたの番よ。全部私が片付けるから。ほら、最初から私がそれで不安はあるとか思ってるの？ほら、最初にYou want to listen to my song?
Aya Flurry Voice. As the best elf idol, she can greatly enhance the survivability of her teammates. In battle, she can frequently possess teammates to provide protection and defuse the enemy's attack. Aya can also use sound wave attacks against her enemies. They start small and gradually get bigger, which her enemies will not be able to defend against. Once Aya unleashes her magical stage, her opponents will be lost in her singing and be transformed into cute animals. Even if she is attacked, Aya can transform into a squirrel to protect herself. Passive, Spirit of the Squirrel. If Aya is attacked and her HP falls below a threshold, Aya will transform into a squirrel. Whilst in squirrel form, Aya cannot be targeted, nor can she attack enemies. Receive 2 new basic skills. Skill 1 will revert her into human form immediately. Skill 2 will leap forward some distance. Joyful Melodies. Launch a soundwave bullet that deals damage and gradually increases in size. This soundwave explodes when reaching the target, dealing additional damage and inflicting a slowing effect. Joyful melodies can detect stealth units upon a successful hit. Idol protection. Possess a teammate and grant them a shield. Releasing a friendly hero from idle protection will significantly reduce skill cooldowns. When a teammate dies, idle protection automatically disengages possession, and the skill enters a longer cooldown. When possessing another hero, using abilities is also applied to the possessed hero. Chorus of the Forest. After a short delay, cast Polymorph on surrounding enemies and transform them into small animals. Provides a speed bonus to the possessed target. Unleash Magical Stage and deal continuous damage. Polymorph will be cast on enemies who remain within the stage's location. Aya's core playstyle is all about protecting teammates. Thanks to her passive ability, Spirit of the Squirrel, Aya cannot die from burst damage. Thus, Aya can fool the enemy into wasting their abilities on her before a team fight, and she can possess a teammate to protect them. Aya's skill 1 can severely undermine stealth heroes by limiting their movement patterns and positions. Whilst possessing a teammate, Aya can utilize the AoE slowing effect of skill 1 to help her teammates secure a kill. When a teammate is attacked, frequent usage of skill 2, as well as healing abilities, can greatly increase the survivability of her allies. If a teammate is cornered, Aya can escape through walls to continue providing support for the next teammate. The best timing for Aya to unleash her ultimate is right before a large team fight. If her team strikes first, then Aya can help teammates by suppressing the enemy, whilst if her team is struck first, Aya can limit the enemy's incoming attacks.
Have you ever seen a blood red star? shining far away from me. Black hole gate, speed to look into, to landing the world, to make the call, and to sing the song for you. Let's try to get the picture of the lion to your heart. Even if you miss the gravity, you'll fall on the stars. The wind surrounding you, the colorful can scare away the dark. No longer be lonely, 'cause you've seen it is waves time. The time to be a part of the lightning from the star, because you've seen stars. This dream don't need a land, or return to the world of love. So don't give up, get up, we will carry on. Wake up, spread it for me, 'cause you belong with all. If we can let surface, we're always by your side and give you my heart. Time away, travel through time and space, let it feel cozy. The shining far away from me. Black hole gate, speed to look into, to landing the world, to make the call, and to sing the song for you. Let's try to get the picture of the lion to your heart. Even if you miss the gravity, you'll fall on the stars. The wind surrounding you, the colorful can scare away the dark. No longer be lonely, 'cause you've seen this waves time. The time to be a part of the lightning from the star, because you've seen stars. This dream don't need a land, or return to the world of love. So don't give up, get up, we will carry on. Wake up, spread it for me, 'cause you belong with all. If we can let surface, we're always by your side and give you my heart. 'Cause you belong with all. If we can let surface, we're always by your side and give you my heart.
can't get it right. Aya, can't you do anything right? Yeah, I don't see any magic. my voice. I'm still unable to protect everyone. I can't even master the simplest protection spell. Shiny, do you believe in me? What was that? Oh no, the forest! What's this? Shiny, be careful! Shiny! For the forest, for Shiny, I will succeed! Shiny, let's go! Shiny, watch out! Ah! Ugh. Shiny. Why do you think I'm capable? I only want to protect you and our forest. Okay, I also believe I will one day be able to protect everyone. Shiny, when I'm able to protect everyone with my voice, I'd like to organize a concert. You don't want to buy a ticket? That won't do. Don't be a cheapskate. Not even if you become my assistant. The star of Athenor and Athada is here. Are you ready?
Saigon Phantom still continues to track them down. Actually, they will get a priority on this objective. Alvine, actually survives with a sliver of health, but a flicker in by breaking out once again. Yue is trying to get stopped here by Muffers, but he still managed to reach the back line as Weirao immediately gets blown up as the backside has been, exposed onto that Aoi, and right now that's going to be the complete this pick. And as we see the fight break out at top, 0-0 is kind of low, goes back in, taking out Red, and because of that, Archangel might actually secure 2 kills without any trade as Yue tries to go in by a flank, takes out 1. But right now, because of the crowd control of the Superman,
in store for BF, they know how to play the advantages that they have. They know when to actually commit, and that's a Zipro going to be in. Lindis is going to get a shot on the Shaolin. With Kafeni being out, the damage is not going to be enough. Easy is going to be the next one, and look at the damage for Pichu. It's just too much with the crit.
objective that they have taken already, compared it with just one on underrank so far. They got the first Abyssal Dragon early as Wawa engages! The burst comes through onto last, but right now with the suppression, Z might fall down. He actually lives and Bopak falls down. That's 2.
Hello and welcome to the Arena Valor International Championships 2021. This is the 1 versus 1 championships. And we're going to be your host for today. My name is Vittorio, and with me is Kiang Gaming.
Yeah, and of course, another, we are one step closer to the conclusion of this 1v1 tournament. Whoever is going to be winning that $10,000 first prize and the 5,000 USD for the second place. And we have the following players, the representatives of their teams in the semifinals, starting with Almond P from Valencia CF Esports. We have Bang from Saigon Phantom. We have Lunlun from One Team and Erez from DTAC Talon. So a little reminder with regards to the 1v1 tournament. Each team will assign one player to participate in the AIC 2021 1v1 tournament. This is going to be a best of 3 single elimination, and they're going to be using the 5v5 mode without minions in the Dark Slayer lane and Abyssal Dragon lane.
Yes, that's just one of the rules that we're going to see. And these players have shown us some great plays so far, either going in for defensive plays, and in the last phases of the first day of the 1v1 tournament, they were very, very aggressive. And for the ban and pick, each player can ban maximum of 3 heroes from the in-game hero pool in the game 1 and 2, and no banning of hero in game number 3. Game number 1, a coin toss will determine which player will have the first pick. Both players are definitely gonna have a lot of choices for themselves. And game number 2, the losing player will be entitled to in-game hero selection. Both players must use the same hero. In game number 3, both players are free to pick whatever hero they want to pick. So if ever they reach the best of 3, they are going to have a free reign on what heroes they're going to be using. So these are the rules: are forbidden from returning to base after 5 minutes from game start, and heroes are not allowed to do any form of farming during the game. So once we reach the 5-minute mark of the 1v1, they are not going to be allowed to go back to the base to regenerate. So most of the players that we're actually going to see is going to be using an amulet of longevity.
Yep.
And attacking jungle creeps or using hero skills on jungle creeps are allowed, but killing any jungle creep shall result in an immediate game loss. Heroes are allowed to hide in the bushes.
Yep, so they can utilize the jungle creep, especially with their stackings and stuff, but they cannot go in and last hit those creeps, of course. So all the gold must be from where they are gonna get it in the lane. And some of the win conditions: destruction of one of the opponent's towers when you actually get the kill onto your opponent, and at the 8-minute mark, whoever has the higher gold will win. So it's kind of like a skill matchup, a laning matchup here. And we have to take note that in one of the rules, after the 5-minute mark, you can no longer go back to base, so that puts pressure onto the players, of course. But a little bit motivation, since the prize pool for the 1v1 tournament is $15,000, $10,000 will go to the champion, and for the second placer, it will be $5,000.
Yeah, and we're down to the semifinals. We're in Valencia CF Esports. Almond P is going to be facing off Saigon Phantom's Peng. And of course, on the second match of the day, it's going to be One Team Esports Lunlun versus DTAC Talon's Erez. And these guys are the star players of their respective teams. We've already seen them in the 5v5. And here, they are the premier players for the 1v1 tournament. So definitely, mechanically, these guys are a different type of beast.
And like, I really like the matchups right now. Most of these players actually come from the bracket B. Almond P, Bang, and Lunlun. Only one from Group A actually is in here. Erez from DTAC Talon. So we can actually see, a really strong performance of these players in the 1v1 tournament, kind of showcasing their talent or superiority in the lane. We saw differences in terms of skills as well based on the respective roles. Some flex picks being made despite the hero not being in their specialization. And right now in the semifinals, definitely they have warmed up already from the round one and quarterfinals. This time, I think it's gonna be um, you know, a lot more interesting, of course.
Yeah, and we saw from the last games that we watched that these guys are very, very aggressive. They can play defensively and play it as smart as they can, but they can also commit to a lot whenever there is going to be a trade available. So moving forward, we're seeing still three of the major regions still part of the 1 versus 1 tournament, and that says a testament to how big of a gap the skill is for the three major regions. Although we're actually going to see two representatives from the RPL, one from the Vietnam region and one from the Chinese Taipei region. So, Giang, who do you think is going to be coming out on top? Just no, your personal preference based on the game styles that we watch in the 1v1 tournament.
Well, I kind of am looking forward to the matchup of Amulpi and Bang right now. But with regards to who am I kind of rooting for to win, I'm kind of torn between Almond P. Wait, was it Almond P or Bang? I kind of am confused as of the moment. Bang or Eres, because both had a really strong performance during the round one and the quarterfinals. But I also have a little prediction, um, based on the stats right now on the heroes being picked up. Hopefully, I'm wrong because I want to see different heroes being picked up this time. But since there has been like out of the how many series out of the 10 series that we had during the day number 1 of the 1v1 tournament, 5 of which was a series wherein there's there's a there's a pick of Raz. So maybe not a Raz this time. Hopefully, I want to see a different ones. We saw a lots of Florentinos as well, Elsus, Lorian picks, and such. But I want to see something that can be a big surprise, possibly to some of these players, and maybe to the viewers as well, because that's what makes this 1v1 so interesting, is when the players go into their kind of specialization that the enemy shouldn't be expecting.
Yeah, and expecting on what kind of gameplay they're going to show us, definitely, I still think that Florentino and Raz is going to be a staple pick. There's not much of any other heroes in the meta right now that's going to be, one upping anyone here in the 1v1. But we saw Bang actually prolong his in regards to seeing Sagan Phantoms Bang actually playing out here in the 1v1. We actually see him a lot struggling on finishing it in a 2-series sweep, because most of the series that he participated in, he actually reaches the third round of this best of 3 series, wherein he's going to be using his specialty, the Ryoma, to his advantage. But what if he's going to be beaten up on round number 1 and round number 2, wherein he's not going to be able to use the Ryoma to his advantage? That's going to be a sight to see if Almond P is going to be able to execute it. On the side of the matchup between two of, the representatives for Chinese Taipei, which is one team, Lun Lun, versus the Tactile Zeros, it's going to be a sight to see if Lun Lun is going to be able to beat up Eris whenever Eris is going to have the first pick, because we're I'm pretty sure Eris is a very remarkable Elsu player. So in that term, I think Lulun is gonna have a difficulty whenever there's gonna be a marksman pick here for in the 1v1s. But if Lulun is gonna be able to use the advantage that he has here in the best of three series, if he wins the coin toss, definitely in a Florentino fight, Lulun is going to be obliterating Eris.
And well, we haven't seen Eris picking up the Florentino as well, so maybe that is really the case. I'm also looking forward to the matchup of Almond P and Bam because if we recall during the round number 1, Bangs kind of surprised his opponent back there with a Zuka pick that he had performed really well in that game. And right now, as we see the player introductions for Valencia CF Almond P, looking at the time in which he usually closes out the game, 6 minutes and 24 seconds, and the other stats in terms of gold really high when it is compared to Saigon Phantom's Bang. But with regards to the time though, Bang is kind of that player that wants to end things early.
Yeah, and we're gonna see here in the introduction that Bang actually closes out most of his matches in a very, very tight time schedule. He likes to finish his games as fast as he can. He is definitely not the patient player that we're actually, and which his opponent can actually take advantage of. Because even in the 5v5s, you're going to see a lot of aggression for Bang. And we're going to see the Zuka pick just because Bang wins that coin toss. So with Almond P though, he is going to be a Dark Slayer laner. So definitely he is actually able to use Zuka on the Dark Slayer lane as well for Bang, who can actually use the Zuka in the jungle as well. So I think in terms of skill level, they're going to be tied up. It's just going to have to be who is going to have the advantage in terms of using Zuka's skill.
Yeah, I mean, Bang already used Zuka during his match in the round number 1 against LCC2 from under rank. So we can actually assume that he is really confident with this hero, having to use it in the semifinals against Valencia CF's Almond P, which we have talked about just now, that he's also quite comfortable with the Zuka pick. So in terms of matchup, they can be even, like what you said, but I'm looking for how they can actually outplay each other later on, knowing for the fact that Bang likes to end things early, wherein for Almond P, he kind of likes to extend the game a little bit, opting to take most of the win conditions towards his favor, just like the gold lead and also having that enough kill threat, especially after the 5 minutes. You can no longer go back to the base. All you have to and that puts a little bit pressure on the players that don't really focus on items that are gonna be helping them in terms of sustain. Right now, game number 1, Zuka pick. We're gonna see some intense fight here as we go into the first one.
Yeah, and we're seeing here that Almond P is actually the one hiding in the bushes, but there is going to be some info here. The map is going to be small. Bang is actually trying to get the first wave here. He's going to be the first one to clear it. He's going to have his second skill ready, and Almond P is going to be out damaged somewhat.
Yeah, just short jabs thrown there by both players, but given the the durability of their heroes, it's gonna take a little bit more time for them to actually put each other down to half health or lower. Plus, they're mostly focusing on just having that level advantage after clearing out the wave, and given their similar heroes, it is gonna be up to just the execution and timing, which regards to how efficient they are gonna be using their skills onto the minions and onto each other. Almond P this time kind of wins the trade, chunking a bar of health onto Bang. A small win for him.
Yeah, and definitely, in this kind of contest, the aggression that is gonna happen because they are gonna be using aggressive hero. One third fire is gonna get a hit. A Skyfall from Alma P is gonna connect on Bang, but he's not gonna feel it just yet because both of the heroes here and the players actually went for a Sonic Boots. So that's gonna have a reduction on the damage that they receive from normal attacks.
Yeah, trying to survive as long as possible on those auto attacks and damage. They consistently funnel onto each other. You know, the way they're targeting, they want to hit the minions and their enemy as well. But if we look at the gold, as Bang misses a minion, it kind of gives a short advantage towards Almond P. And right now, just like we talked about, you know, Almond P is strong on the Dark Slayer with this Zuka pick. Bang showing signs of struggle right now in this early laning phase.
Yeah, and definitely Almo P is gonna capitalize on this. Although no creep wave is gonna be taken here. Skyfall being used here. Almo P uses a Skyfall as well. And still we're not gonna see anyone having the upper hand. They still have the chance to go for a recall to regenerate on their bases before the 5-minute mark. So definitely Bang is going to capitalize on this just because we all know Zuka is a very mobile hero.
Only a short, a slight lead here by Almonty with in terms of gold. He has been consistently landing those last hits onto the minions. Meanwhile, Bang, well, he has been doing it as well, but with one, you know, you kind of see the significance of not being able to land a last hit onto one minion because now it puts the advantage onto Almond P, even though it's just 10 gold, 15 gold. If we reach, if this, you know, it continues this way, we're gonna be seeing Almond P winning this 1v1 on the hero that Bang has chosen. So it will kind of affect Bang in a little way. But in terms of itemization, you know, they're kind of having well, defensive items still, but a different path.
Yeah, and it's still gonna be a start. Skyfalls are going to fall down here. Amon P does his best. Panda Chariot and the Pain on the Stick is being used by both of the players here in the middle lane. And nothing much is gonna come out of here. We're gonna see Amon P actually making an item that is going to be a prerequisite for the Shield of the Lost. While on Bang, I think it's going to be an Amulet of Longevity. With 15 seconds left to the 5-minute mark, no recalls are going to be available now for both of the players.
Yeah. It's going to boil down to their sustain in the lane, and given the state of this 1v1 so far, Almond P winning a little bit, and since you can no longer go back to base, while Bang has to sustain in this lane instead. He's gonna try to sneak through some last hits for now, but he can't really, you know, close the distance with regards to the gold because of how, you know, safe Almond P has been getting in this 1v1 so far. Getting those last hits and continuously upping his lead now to about 40 gold as Bang loses more health. Almond P stays at a 90 to 95% max health.
Yes, and so far we are now at the 6-minute mark. 2 minutes more, and that's a Skyfall being used by Bang to put some damage and pressure to Almond P. But no one's kind of feeling the damage from the exchanges that is happening. And we're gonna see Almond P actually finishing off his itemization with a Mantle of Fra, adding more peel damage per second and also some armor and health. This is gonna be another start pad. The chariots are actually being used for the knockup. Pain on the stick also in combination. Skyfall is gonna be used, but I don't think even if we actually see two of these heroes going in for the bang, we're not gonna see the outcome wherein someone is just gonna die easily and the restore is gonna be used by Bang to get a boost on his health.
Yeah, but the gold is still heavily favoring Almond P. Looking at the itemization, looks like it's gonna be focusing more on these small damages instead, since the time is kind of ticking towards his favor. He just wants to build those short swords instead. Meanwhile, Bang is still trying to have an item after his amulet of longevity, but we still see him struggle. We still see the gold heavily favoring Almond P, and right now this is gonna be a happy moment for Almond P, as the time is just gonna be 30 seconds before the game closes, as this time they're gonna be going on a 1v1. Almond P is being stopped here by Bang, but given the fact that he is very tanky, he's gonna be able to just clear the wave. And this one, whoever clears the wave fast enough in this 5 second, well, Almond P is gonna be the one winning. Tries to go for that kill, but as the time expires, we're gonna be seeing the winner right now being Almond P after that awesome start.
Yeah, definitely. Almond P is going to be having the advantage in gold, resulting to a win. And yeah, it was going to be very, very fortunate for Bang just because Almond P was able to position himself in the right spots, especially going into the wave clear management that he did. He was always getting the last hits on those waves, and that gave him the advantage, winning round number one.
Mm-hmm. And we can see maybe we can see a little bit struggle happening onto Bang in that game, given that yeah, it was his hero, but we saw more of a better performance with Almond P, not only from last hitting those minions and staying consistent on that low lead, but also in most of the trades that happened. Bang turned to be a little bit more reactive to what Almond P was doing because of the lead that Almond P has gotten. Well, naturally, we are going to be seeing more of that. So maybe in game number 2, Bang could pick something a little more of what he is comfortable. I mean, he is comfortable with Azuka. However, it kind of shows that Almond P performed definitely better with it.
Yeah, and moving forward, Bang still has the advantage on taking the hero that he wants on game number 2. But still, remember, they are going to ban 3 more heroes for themselves. If Bang can force out game number 2 for a win for himself, then definitely he's going to be able to use his signature hero in the best of 3, which is the Ryoma, where he was able to get a rapid close on his
Yep.
last series that he participated in.
I mean, he has used it against V Gaming's Birdle B, and also on the ranks LCC 2. But it's mostly on the third game, not really a Ryoma versus Ryoma matchup. It's mostly on like a different hero matchup. So with this, maybe Almond P can still have the advantage given hi- his confidence and the momentum boost that he has gotten during game number 1. Plus, due to the fact that he was able to beat Bang on his hero selection, that puts a little bit more pressure onto Bang than Almond P, if you ask me.
Yeah, and because of the win, P just needs one more win for himself. So even if we're gonna see Bang going in for his own hero, we actually know P is a very good player. He has accrued some MVPs already in the matches that happened for them in the group stages, and also for Bang. But in terms of this kinds of plays, definitely Dark Slayer laners have the advantage just because they have the advantage of being able to lane, and they actually know how to get the creep waves to their advantage, not like junglers who are usually farming up on the camps in the jungle, and they actually rarely go in for some 1v1 wave clears.
Yeah. Um, Honestly, it wasn't really that much of a dominating win. It's mostly on the goal, but still, that is kind of something that you have to consider because it is a win condition established here in this 1v1 tournament, and if you can't really beat that much of a that much consistent on landing those last hits, maybe Bang should opt more onto those heroes that would have enough kill threat to not really focus on the gold, instead focus more on killing the opponent, right? Uh, we can see some of the heroes maybe being the Florentino, but if we recall on his game against V Gaming's Birdle B, he lost during that game number 2 on the Florentino pick, and we haven't seen another game with him being a Florentino matchup. More so, we saw it on Almond P against the underranks Aurora, in which he had a beautiful performance, 2-0 in fact, not only in the round number 1, but also in the quarterfinals. Unlike Bang, well, it was all 2-0, but for Bang, it was most all of his series so far has been going on to a best of 3, so we can see the struggle in a way from Bang into closing out the series in his favor. So naturally, Almond P should be the one, based on the state of the game right now or the series. Maybe he has the upper hand in this, like this time.
Yeah, that is still going to be a maybe. Definitely, we're actually gonna see that Bang that is gonna have that advantage in terms of picking up the hero. We're just waiting for the games to start, and as we discuss here, one of the picks that we're actually going to look out for is maybe this time again it's going to be a Raz, a Florentino,
Oh,
and I have a big gut feeling that it is going to be that kind of game just because of the 1v1 potential of a Raz, wherein whenever you give an inch, you're going to be punished. So definitely going forward, it's all going to be about skill shots and how you, and if it's going to be a Florentino, it's how you're going to be conducting your combinations, right?
oh, and you're right. I was already reacting, like Raz again. We're going back to day 1. We're in 50% of the games were full of Razes. Now we're gonna start it here. Bang chooses a Raz this time after having his Ryoma being banned away and the Florentino being banned by him. So Almond P should have like an insight now. Okay, Bang doesn't like the Florentino. So maybe if Bang wins in this game number 2, Almond P can have the option on using the Florentino. But in this Raz 1v1 matchup, we can actually say that what you said earlier is going to happen, in which the responsibility in not only landing those last hits is important, but also landing those skill shots in terms of pokes to the enemy.
Yeah, and we actually see Bang being proficient and being very, very aggressive with the Raz, but he also actually lost with the Raz pick in the first series that he actually participated in the 1v1. So that could also play a big part on how Alpha P is gonna play this. Because since Bang is very, very aggressive as a player, she is most likely aiming in for more kills than just wave clear.
I mean, he has a 0% win rate right now on all 2 games he had during round number 1 in quarterfinals. So this is kind of a risk that he is making, but maybe he has improved significantly with this pick. Hopefully that is what we're gonna be seeing, because we love tight series. We want to see a game number 3, so maybe we can see it in this one. And Almond P is looking strong right now, as he is the one who has, had a good damage dealt onto Bang, but so does Bang with these pokes. Almond P wins the first small quarrel in this one.
Yeah, definitely. And Bang's signature is he's always going back to the base to actually regenerate himself. He's trying to take advantage of the first rule wherein he's always going to be ready for any kind of engagement. And power surges are going to be used to get the clears here. Moon P is just waiting at the moment to actually make some damage for himself. That's going to be a passive plus a power surge into Bang.
And
But yeah,
we start to see again that gold lead being made by Almond P. This is gonna be a struggle for Bang once again if he can't land those last hits consistently. He might actually fall into the trap of Almond P once again, but he did make a little outplay onto Almond P there, catching one of the power surges, which turned into his gold lead because the minion wasn't last hit by Almond P. It's 1,050 gold compared to, oh, he caught up a little bit, Almond P, but after this wave, Bang should be the one ahead, because Almond P tries to hit Bang more than the wave. But oh, okay. The uppercut didn't really hit Bang that time.
yeah. For now, we're seeing Bang actually having the better mechanical prowess here on the Raz. He's able to actually harass Almond P using his passive and power surge in certain succession, and it has been effective for now. And with the advantage onto Bang, Almond P might be forced to actually make a play for himself, because if Bang is still gonna have this kind of lead, he's gonna have difficulty. He uses that explosive KO to clear out the wave.
Yep.
That prevents Almond P from getting a body block in.
Yeah, because Almond P wanted to body block so that the tower would be able to get that last hit instead of Bang, but using the explosive KO, it kind of helped Bang a little bit get those last hits. And also right now, he's kind of focusing on getting those pokes onto Almond P. Can we see the fight? Well, they back away for now, but Bang seems to be having a little bit of an upper hand with regards to the damage dealt. 40% HP remaining onto Almond P. Meanwhile for Bang, it's the opposite. It's kind of going on to a little healthier state than Almond P.
Yeah, and we're gonna see some of the engagements again. That's gonna be the explosive KO of both of the players actually going for exchanges. Power Surge might be connecting again from Bang, but Almond P is gonna be able to safely disengage for now.
Yeah, will we see a boomstick being built here by both players? They're having, we did talk about yesterday having the boomstick normally being prioritized by Raz users to have that explosive damage bonus whenever they try to go for pokes. But in this game, what is the item they are going to be building upon? Almond P misses that power surge, resulting to him being the one hit by Bang's very own power surge as they go in once again. The rising uppercut, but oh, Almond P nearly got in range of that tower that would have translated into an all-in dive for Bang if ever he made that setup effective.
Yeah, and for now we're seeing a 20 goal deficit here. Almond P is still trailing as a power surge with the uppercut from Bang using the passive to actually get a knockback. But a commit is not yet gonna be done by Almond P here because he knows even with all of the combinations that he's building for the Raz with the itemization of Bang, he's not gonna be bursted out anytime soon. And in this kind of scenario, they're actually just I think Bang is just gonna be just tanking most of the damage coming in from Malmon P. He's gonna play it as safe as it gets here in round number 2, wherein he's just gonna be focusing on clearing and getting the last hits on the waves. Malmon P is doing his best explosive KO from Bang and another passive hit. Malmon P as well is gonna try to get a knockback here, and both of the heroes are just going in for a boxing match here in the middle lane.
Yeah, post 5 minutes, no more going back into the base. This is the most crucial part of this game. Almond P looking to punish whenever Bang tries to go in with the last hit, since the cannon minion is kind of low. Managed to get that last hit for now. Bang is now being forced to go back into his tower, but Almond P took a bit of damage for himself in the 6.5 minute mark.
Yeah, and we're still seeing some of the teams here. I mean, Bang and Amon P, the players, are just going in for clears one after another, and that's gonna be an uppercut at Surfire is gonna be helping it deal damage on Almond P, but it's still not gonna be enough. And with Bang actually getting the bulk of the gold again and letting Almond P miss on another creep shot, this is going to be very, very crucial for himself, and an explosive KO is going to be used again by Bang. Cooldowns are still on.
The cannon!
And a pass push, and Bang.
Oh, it's pushing! Oh, that's gonna be crucial. Bang actually misses on that siege minion. That causes it the goal to actually turn. That's 130 plus gold that he has missed. And right now, Almond P actually has the upper hand. This is gonna be sad for Bang if ever he actually loses because of his over aggression. And right now, he's just trying to shove back Almond P away from the siege minion. Goes in for the engage once again. But having 10 seconds remaining, this is his one last attempt in clearing out the wave. Almond P has the upper hand, goes in under the tower, but Almond P, can he actually get the cannon? The answer is no! Bang is still gonna lose. Did we get that correctly? No, Bang won. I thought the gold was 5,166 on Almond P before the cannon got killed. No, Bang closes it out with a clutch clear under the tower, and now we're tight in the series.
He was able to get the last siege minion down into the last clear, forcing now Almond P to use that ultimate. And because of the ultimate missing from the arsenal of Almond P, he was not able to get that last siege minion. And that was a brilliant outlay coming in from Bang here in the 1v1 semifinals. And that is going to force out game number 3, where they're going to be able to pick the hero that they want to show in this best of 3.
Well, actually, we can safely assume that Almond P would like to use the Florentino, especially after his seeing Bang actually wanting to ban it out. We haven't seen a Florentino picked by Almond P just yet after his match in the round number 1, but in this highlight, you kind of see Bang really prioritizing the wave. And in this last scenario, it was a close last hit, just 1 second away from actually getting that cannon minion. Almond P a little bit short, but that was a close fight, if you ask me. And now with this going on to game number 3, what are your assumptions, Vittorio? I'm looking forward to a Ryoma on Bang and Florentino on Almond P.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Florentino is the best hero to actually use if you're not gonna go for a dual type. And with the Ryoma, I think it's gonna be very dangerous to actually use Florentino, especially that they're just gonna be staying here in the mid lane. There's
Yeah,
gonna be a short space wherein we're just gonna see Bang being able to protect himself and hide under the turret. So in the first 5 minute mark, he's just gonna be focusing on clearing out the waves and just going back to the base to regenerate. That has been the game style that we're seeing from Bang all throughout the 1v1 style we've seen him participate in. And with the advantages that he was getting, P actually needs to play it smarter this time around here in game number 3 and maybe opt for a hero that has a lot of poke for himself.
Well, Almond P did use Hayate and the Natalia during his match against Hong Kong Attitudes Shishi. So maybe those can be as options, but against well, we can already assume that Bang is gonna be using Ryoma, right? So because he has been using it in all of his game number 3 so far from the round number 1 in quarterfinals. So what do you think could be the best possible hero that Almond P should use against the Ryoma? Will the Hayate or the Natalia be good, or another hero should be picked up?
I mean, if you're gonna be fighting it out for the fighter, then of course you should use a fighter for yourself. And in this moment, I still don't have any idea on what is going to be the most optimal hero against a Ryoma. Just because they're gonna be in a 1v1, you're actually looking at a meta that is not gonna be applicable on the 5v5s. We're seeing a meta wherein they're actually going in for amulets of longevity just because of the 5 minute ban on recall.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely in terms of 1v1, Ryoma has that capability. Whenever he uses Spectral Ire, he's actually regaining some of his health. So that gives him a lot of boost on the sustainability that he can to stay on the lane. Maybe we can see Amon P using up Ryoma for himself as well.
Hmm, maybe, maybe go in for that mirror matchup, against Bang. That can surprise Bang actually if that were to happen. But we're just speculating for now. For the viewers out there that is watching as of the moment, who do you think both players would use? What heroes are they gonna be using in this game number 3? Will Bang opt to go with Ryoma? Will Almond P opt for a Ryoma as well to have that mirror matchup? Who are you supporting? I'm seeing some in the chats right now. A bit of a support onto Bang, especially after his loss during the game number 1 with the Zuka.
Yeah, and definitely uh it's still gonna be anyone's game. It's gonna be in anyone's ballpark right now. The advantage that we saw for Amon P is not gonna be there for game number 3, just because it's a free for all whenever we reach this part of the series, wherein there is no bans, any heroes can be picked, and I'm pretty curious to see because Amon P has never reached game number 3, so definitely I want to see what is going to be the go-to hero for Almond P in this third
Mm-hmm.
round of the series.
Same here, bro. Same here. I kind of want to see him on the Ryoma, but I also want to see a Ryoma on Almond P as well. But of course, it's gonna boil down to their choices uh, as they go into the the hero selection as we speak. As we speak, later on we are gonna be seeing their matchup after a short while, of course. So, well, all we can do is be patient as of the meantime, and maybe being patient is no longer needed as we see Bang with his Ryoma, but the Liliana onto Almond P. What are your thoughts about this, Victoria?
Yeah. Yeah, and so far, we're gonna see Bang and Amon P using the Ryoma versus the Liliana. Last matchup that we saw Bang actually facing off with the Liliana, they are Bang actually clinched the win with a very high damage play. So definitely it is going to be a possibility here. Amon P is starting up with the book to maybe make an orb of enlightenment for himself for the regeneration once he gets a level up. And we're already seeing Bang being very, very aggressive, using his passive to slash Amon P in the way. He already has a Pinwheel plus the Wailing Blade gets some damage into Amon P, but there is going to be an enhanced restore to boost up the life of Amon P.
Yeah, with the range advantage as well, it should give Amon P a slight edge in terms of poking, unless Bang managed to close the distance, of course. But right now, as we see the laning phase happen, there is that definite good wave clear from Almond P whenever he goes in with those pokes. However, Bang is looking to just capitalize whenever Almond P's skill shots are on cooldown. That has been the pattern so far. Bang consistently going back to the base whenever after he clears out the way, try and maximize being on a healthy state. And Almond P with this close distance, I think is gonna struggle a little bit against Bang. Meanwhile, he has been just consistently poking Bang in the process while trying to have this last hit onto the minions, but with the gap closed by Almond P, he's looking to actually punish that overextension by Bang. He's gonna go back.
Yeah, at this point, we're actually seeing only a 15 gold deficit in favor of Bang. So Amon P, most of the time, is being harassed here by Bang's skills on the Ryoma. With the Wailing Blade, the Pinwheel, he's gonna have a lot of mobility for himself. That's gonna be the last shot not being secured by Bang.
Ooh. That's gonna upset him a little bit as the game progresses, since Almond P is actually looking to just scale a little bit as the time goes by, knowing that he is having a little bit of an upper hand with regards to the gold, and especially with the wave clear that he does have. But Bang tries to just prevent him from having that significant gold lead. Actually, or not, the gold is now tying up a little, just a little, 3 gold, if I'm not mistaken, ahead by Bang, maybe even just 2.
Yeah, another Star Player, Pinwheel, and the Wailing Blade Spectral Arrow is going to be used. Amon P is going to do some damage, but it's not going to be felt with a lot of the magic resist on the itemizations of Bang actually being there for him. He is just going to harass Amon P as much as he can, while Amon P misses another minion shot.
Oh, that is gonna hurt a little. Well, they are having this equal gold and gold state as the moment, but kind of is funny seeing Bang consistently going back to the base, maximizing that regeneration of his HP as he looks to just continue clearing out the wave. The advantage is with the Almond P as of the moment, just a little over 20 gold as we see the engage comes through. Almond P wins it, but Bang can still go back into the base. He has been doing it. consistently all throughout this series, but the recall got cancelled. Bang will need to stick around for a while as the wave is constantly being cleared here by Almond P. As quickly as possible goes in here. Bang taking a bit of damage. Might have overstepped his boundaries. The poke now didn't hit, and Bang can actually capitalize. Almond P is in trouble. He's being chased upon here by Bang. Can he actually escape? He is dashing so many times, looking to create some distance away from Bang, but as he is doing this, he is being zoned out away from his lane, in which Bang can actually capitalize, clear out this wave, and kind of force Almond P to stay under the tower, but he will be able to clear the wave. So the gold still is in favor of Bang, but not really that much ahead out of Almond P.
Yeah, and Almond P is going to be able to regenerate. He's just going to be proccing out that Alchemy Rune to get the gold. And that's going to be the Shining Light. Getting a miss. Bang is also going to use his passive to actually proc out the Alchemy Rune as well for the extra gold. He's going to be clearing out as safely as he can. Let's see if he's going to be able to secure that cannon. And yes, the answer is going to be yes. Bang is going to the backside of his turret for more protection, and that's 2 pinwheels for himself with the Wailing Blade. Almond P goes in with the Tail of the Fox with info and a Foxtrot.
Yeah, a little damage being dealt there by Almond P, but Bang is looking to close the distance once again, causing that hesitation onto Almond P, but he is still trying to close out this cannon minion. Can he actually get it? The answer is no! And that should have a big impact in terms of gold. 40 gold deficit now for Almond P. Has to clear out this wave consistently, maybe force Bang into a recall, but no more since we're already above the 5-minute mark. He has to do something to prevent Almond P from actually landing those last hits. He does try to poke, but given the fact that Bang is starting to be a little tanky, Almond P is kind of being in trouble right now.
Yeah, the Bioma actually has the Gaia standard right now, and with every hit that he receives from the skills of Almond P, he's just going to be regenerating a part of it. And his second item is definitely going to be a Medallion of Troy. Almond P goes in, gets the stun, and then look at the damage that has been done by the turret. He's still going to be able to run. That's going to be the Shining Light. Actually missing out Bang in that engagement.
Yeah, but right now he's shoved into his turret again. Gold is still in favor of Bang. Nice damage coming in here onto Almond P. And right now, as we're only about 40 seconds away from the game closing, Bang is going to solidify his lead. Almond P looking to actually damage him quite effectively, but given the fact that Bang is maintaining his composure, he maintains the gold lead as well. Almond P looking to maybe clutch this out with a clear onto the minions before they even meet onto each other, but Bang should know about this. He's gonna try to clear the minions as fast as possible as well. So we're down to the 5-second mark. Almond P looking to just kill him instead, but Bang surviving. That should allow him to secure this win and the series as well. Saigon Phantom Bang will go and win against Almond P in a fantastic reverse sweep.
Yeah, definitely Saigon Phantom Bang is actually moving into the finals in the third match of this day. And with Bang's terrific wave management, he was able to shut down Almond P to a big gold deficit. And Almond P was actually going in for desperation play. But with the itemizations of Bang, he's just not going to be taken out as easy as he gets. And we're actually going to see here the highlights of the game. There's going to be a lot of exchanges from Bang and Almond P, but Almond P was not able to finish up Bang at this engagement. And Bang was even able to actually almost get a kill.
And in that short clip, we kind of saw where Almond P started to fall apart, that 200 gold difference is actually huge. Having, you know, two cannon minions being missed there by Amon-P, allowing Bang to actually close out this series in his favor. So maybe a better luck next time for Amon-P. He did reach the semifinals, which is a good standing as well. But Bang will move on to the grand finals and wait for whoever is going to be winning in the next series, which is one team Lunlun and Ditak Talents eras.
Yes, and before we go to that series, we'll just be going into a very short break. So don't touch your browser. We'll be right back. My name is Pisorio and this is Kiang. See you in a few minutes.
Nani? 私じゃ不満なわけ？ほら、最初から私が行けばよかったじゃない。次はあんたの番よ。全部私が片付けるから。ほら、最初から私がそれで不安あるとか思ってるの？ Enemy has been defeated. 最初
We were born at the beginning of time. We are intertwined, inseparable. We are bound to protect the world. I live to protect. I'm in a bit of a mess, but I have your back. This time, let us stand our ground. I feel I am where I belong. You are. How have you been? We will meet again.
Saigon Phantom still continues to track them down. Actually, they will get a priority on this objective. Alvine, actually survives with a sliver of health, but a flicker in by breaking out once again. Yue is trying to get stopped here by Muffers, but he still managed to reach the back line as Weirao immediately gets blown up as the backside has been, you know, exposed onto that Aoi, and right now that's going to be the complete this pick. And as we see the fight break out at top, 0-0 is kind of low, goes back in, taking out Red, and because of that, Archangel might actually secure 2 kills without any trade as Yue tries to go in by a flank, takes out 1. But right now, because of the crowd control of the Superman
in store for BF, they know how to play the advantages that they have. They know when to actually commit, and that's a Zipro going to be Aries. Lindis is going to get a shot on the Shaolin. With Cafetti being out, the damage is not going to be enough. Easy is going to be the next one, and look at the damage coming in for Pichu. It's just too much with the crit.
Objective that they have taken already, compared it with just one on the rank so far. They got the first Abyssal Dragon early as Wawa engages. The burst comes through onto last, but right now with the suppression, Z might fall down. He actually lives, and Bopak falls down. That's two.
And welcome back to the arena of Valor International Championships 2021. This is the 1 versus 1 championship day, and we're actually in the second series for the semifinals. It's going to be one team's Lun Lun against T-Tak Talent's Eras. And with Bang already waiting for the in the championships, I'm very interested to see who is going to be coming out on top. Is it going to be Lun Lun or Eras? And both of these players are actually very, very good. Lun Lun actually is able to close out as fast in the series that he matched up when he was fighting it out with Team Flash's Gray. And on the side of Varys, he was able to close it out at a 2-0 sweep in the quarterfinals against Yuzon.
Yeah. We can recall during the quarterfinals, Lun Lun with a fantastic, was it a 2-minute win using the Florentino, and an aggressive player actually being able to perform so fantastically with a Florentino and a Razpic, getting 2-0 in the quarterfinals. Although during the round number 1 against Wirao from Archangel, we saw a game wherein Lun Lun actually took a loss. It was a Razpic as well, but he kind of fought back with the El Su, and during the game number 3. However, for Erez from D-Tak Talent, we can see a little bit more consistency on his wins, both in the round 2. I mean, we saw dominance against Mad Team's Yuzon, so this can be something that we are supposed to take into consideration. Whoever is going to be a little bit more having that slight edge in this series.
Yeah, and definitely looking forward. Will we see an Elsu, or is it still going to be the staple heroes on the Raz and also the Florentino? But there is going to be the player introduction here, where one team's Lun Lun actually is going to be able to finish most of his matches at an average of 5 minutes and 30 seconds, getting a gold for himself of 3,353. Damage taken a lot as well, and even damage dealt. While on the side of Varys, he's a very, very methodical player, always reaching the 7 minutes and 30-second mark. This means that Ares actually likes to play it safe, and in this kind of situation where he's winning in those situations, it's gonna be very, very hard to actually one up him in terms of wave clears.
Mm-hmm. We can see a little bit more patience on the side of Erez, focusing more onto that 8-minute mark gold win condition, compared to Lun Lun's aggressive playstyle, looking for kills, looking for that first blood. So that can be a little bit of a difference in their priorities as we go into this into the drafting phase later on. Will we see an aggressive hero being picked up here? Whoever wins in the coin toss, we can actually safely assume that Lunlun might go in with a Raz or the Florentino pick if ever he wins. And as we see the pick, this is Lunlun's pick for sure. The Florentino.
And this is going to be the Dark Slayer lane advantage for sure, with Lunlun being able to use Florentino to its fullest potential. But let's not count Ares just out yet, just because Ares is a very, very safe player. But I'm not really sure on how he's going to be able to handle the Florentino. The Florentino, with his kits, is a natural aggressive champion, and it's a dueling champion as well.
Mm-hmm. Having that strong 1v1 potential on a really aggressive player. Lunlun, we saw his performance during the quarterfinals. We saw also his fantastic performance during the round number 1. And this time he is looking to start things strong in the semifinals against the Attack Talents Erez with a Florentino pick. What can we say with this matchup? For me, it kind of gives a slight edge onto Lunlun, of course, based on his playstyle. We saw the stats earlier, having him wanting to go in with kills instead of that 8-minute mark win condition. But do you think Erez could actually surprise Lunlun with his performance on this Florentino?
Yeah, I mean, that is going to be a possibility. There is a reason why Ares is the one being fielded in this 1v1. So it means he had time to practice some of the heroes that's going to be able that's going to be used here in the 1v1. Plus, with a lot of info in day number 1 of this 1v1 tournament, he already knows what are going to be the pocket picks usually here in the 1v1. That's going to be the Raz and definitely the Florentino, as we've already seen these heroes being picked up a lot of times. So we are now starting this 1v1 tournament. Lunlun is going to be trying to take the advantage. Ares is just hovering here. Who's going to have the advantage? The flowers are going to be thrown. Combinations are flying here. Lunlun is going to be the second person to throw the flowers, so he's not going to be able to have the combination that he wants.
Yeah, Erez surprising Lunlun with that aggression a little bit, winning in terms of the damage. Maybe this is the thing that we talked about earlier. Lunlun being a little bit more reserved in this laning phase, setting up standing there in that bush. Erez continues to go in with his flower, of course, dashing here and there, forcing Lunlun to actually respect him for a meantime, but with the damage actually helping out Lunlun. Onto Erez. Can see that Erez is looking to go back into the base for now to have a little bit more safety with his HP. Oh, he cancelled.
Yeah. And we're seeing here both of the players actually going in for the Sonic Boots. That's gonna prolong the fight for sure, with the normal attacks already gonna be mitigated. Lulu is gonna start it with his combination, but Ares is also going in hot. And no one is gonna come out on top on that exchange.
Yeah, equal gold. As of now, both players have been consistent in landing their last hits. So right now, as the time goes by, we pass already the 2-minute mark. Both teams starting to scale up. Now with their, ultimate ready to be used later on. Can we see who will we see having the better timing in actually using this? Who is gonna be the one pulling the trigger and getting those damage dealt onto their enemy? As Ares looks to, play it a little bit safe for now. They're just eyeing onto each other, getting a good read.
And we're gonna see Ares actually going in for 2 long swords, while Lunlun maybe is gonna go for a Curse of Death, and that's gonna be a miss on his combination for sure. And that doesn't mean anything yet, just because we all know that Florentino needs 3 combinations to actually finish off the other, just because of the Sonic Boots available, and Lunlun is going to be suffering some sort of damage from Ares.
Hmm. I'm looking at you know, you mentioned this earlier, having that item onto Eras, focusing more onto the damage department with a two short sword. Maybe he's looking to actually itemize an early Astral Spear, in which he has bought as of the moment, which will help him with that armor penetration or pierce. Looking to
Yeah.
damage him significantly in that short trade, actually.
Yeah, and Ares is gonna go for a spear for himself, and that's gonna add some armor pierce for the Florentino. But on the side of Lulu, he's gonna have some cooldown, and maybe that is gonna be enough to get some combinations in. Ares and Lulu are going in for the duel. Ares misses out that flower throw, and yeah, Lulun is gonna be able to disengage. Look at the damage being dealt by Ares at disengagements.
Yeah, and the Assault's spear is definitely helping him dish out all those damage, even if they opted for a safe boots quite early. It is definitely going in his favor as of the meantime. Right now, taking a bit of damage from Lunlun, but he is ready to contest to get that of course, that minion that is almost getting caught by the tower.
Yeah, we're gonna see Lunlun here maybe trying to deter the recall for Maris, but he is going to be very, very confident that Lunlun is not going in for the dive. Because if he does, there's gonna be a tower actually adding some damage to the mix, and Ares was able to clear that as fast as he could. He's actually going in for a spear longiness, while Lunlun is gonna finish his itemizations on the Curse of Death. At this point, it's just gonna be who's gonna be able to burst down who. While Lunlun is gonna reduce the heal being sustained here for the side of Eris, Eris can actually deal a lot more damage with the armor pierce just stacking for himself. That's gonna be the flower being thrown here. Eris might be going in for the combination. The Gentleman's Duel is gonna be committed. Look at the damage being dealt here. There is gonna be the Curse of Death, and Lunlun is gonna win that. Oh, man.
Fantastically played. I mean, Lunlun phenomenal on this Florentino. We have talked about it early before the game even started, and right now he just demonstrated it to Ares on why he is superior with this hero.
Yeah, definitely the itemizations played a big part. We saw Ares not being able to land most of the combinations, so he was not able to capitalize on the Spear of Longinus, while on Lilun, reducing the health regeneration that Ares has was a big part on why he won that fight. And we're going to see here the highlights of the game where in a lot of trades are actually happening. And where Ares actually lost and the Gentleman's Duel was actually initiated here by Lunlun because he knew that he already had the Curse of Death.
Curse of that to allow him to win in that sustained fight, sustained duel with the amount of healing reduction that he does have. And even though there is that armor piercing from Erez, simply wasn't enough to allow him to actually win the trade and win that duel. Lunlun with a fantastic performance in this best of three, taking already game number 1, looking strong. Maybe looking forward to solidifying his 2-0 win against Erez and take that spot into the grand finals. However, since Erez lost, he will be the one to choose the hero that he wants, both of them to actually use. And if we take a look at the usual hero pickups that he has in the quarterfinals, he did use uh he did win 2 games with the Superman and the Irie. So maybe those are gonna be kind of his choices in this game number 2.
Yes, and looking forward with game number 2, Eris going in for the pick for himself. We're actually gonna see what is going to be a pocket pick for himself, where he thinks that he's gonna have the advantage against Lunlun. And most of the time, if Loon is going to be given a warrior or an assassin pick, he is definitely going to be excelling just because he's a Dark Slayer laner wherein 1v1s actually happen a lot. But on Era's precision is definitely going to be there. He's a very, very well known very, very well known Elso player wherein he actually connects his shots in a lot of free looks for himself. So in this scenario, I think marksmans are actually might be picked here for the second, or maybe a Raz.
Might be Raz, although Lun Lun is also strong with this hero. At most, he did lose against Weirao in one of the games that they had in their series. However, we can still see Lun being comfortable with this pick if ever Erez opts to go with this. So, having Erez position in this series, aside from the possible Raz, what do you think can be the best possible hero to choose against London?
Yeah, I guess Elsu is a hero that's gonna have a lot of success on the hands of Ares. Hayatim as well.
Always
Yeah,
gets
but
banned.
now we're actually gonna see the pick here in the drafting phase. It's gonna be a Raz again on round number 2. Let's
Good
see if there
prediction,
is
my
gonna be an yeah. I mean, after the Florentino, who are you gonna expect? Of course, it's gonna be a Raz with Lulun actually banning out the Elander, the Elsu, and the Hayate. While on the side of Eris, he actually banned out the Wukong, a Zip, and a Grak. So at this point, it is going to be a no-brainer that Raz is going to make an appearance again. Let's see if Eris is going to have a comeback for this matchup. Because with the win from Lunlun, definitely he only needs one more win to secure this best of 3 series.
I mean, if you guys can see the smile in Vittoria's face, no, he knows that I kind of hate seeing the Raz right now because it has been consistently been picked. So I kind of am sick of seeing this. Since I want to see new heroes being picked up by the players, kind of showcase their wide hero pool. But yeah, they're sticking to their strong lineups. Has been picked up, so it's gonna be a battle of punches, battle of skill shots, and battle of timings, of course. Kind of similar to the game that we did just see earlier between Bang and Almond P. And right now, it's kind of a risky move here, perhaps by Erez to go in with the Raz pick. But let's see if his confidence will lead him to actually pushing this to a game number 3.
Yes, and we're going to be starting the match soon enough. Seeing that the Raz is going to be picked up, maybe we're going to see a very, very aggressive fight for both players, or is it just going to be the same one where we actually saw Bang and also Almo P actually just played as safe as they could, maybe going in for the outplays in terms of the creep waves. And yeah, Ares is gonna be very, very aggressive at this point. He needs this win. He is gonna be hungry for the kill.
Yeah, we can see that Lulun is gonna be so aggressive in trying to get that kill. However, right now, doesn't really need to. He has that gold advantage as of the meantime, since Erez kind of missed a last hit onto a minion a while ago. Lun just looking to poke him out constantly as he does try as well to clear out the wave with those power surges, even landing one onto Erez, thinking through that range minion. And as he continues to win these strays, Erez continues to take a lot of damage from that power surges.
Yeah, Lunlun gets the advantage, and most of the pokes, that's gonna be Eris actually suffering from a lot of the power surges, 100% from Lunlun so far. Now that's gonna be the first miss, but a lot of pressure is gonna be mounting here for sure. If Lunlun gets the level 4 here, It's gonna be dangerous for Eris. He's not gonna be able to get that last hit, but with Eris actually very low at this point, he's not gonna be able to commit. Loon is just gonna back off with the turret, actually dealing a lot of damage at this point.
Yeah, that's just well, Lun missed a minion a while ago, but so does Eris. So Lun still has a little upper hand, just that's 2 gold, maybe 1 even. So it's still kind of crucial depending on which particular minion is gonna be missed upon here by these players as they continue to just engage upon each other. Eris is getting caught there by the engage of Lun, especially with explosive KO. Has to back away for now, but Lun is eyeing on actually stopping his recall. Can he actually do it? The answer is yes. As Eris will have to stick around in the lane for a while, or will he actually commit on recall? He does. So Lun, will he opt to... Okay, I'm immediately answered there. I was looking forward to him actually freezing up the wave so that he can deny one, but he cleared it out quite fast.
Yeah, he was not able to secure one of the minions, so
Yeah,
he is going to be falling off in terms of gold. That's going to be an outplay. Actually, Lun outplaying himself.
Yup.
just
a
because.
trip.
Yeah, I mean, that is a very costly mistake to his part, just because Eris wasn't even in the lane and he was
Yup.
going in for the fast clear.
Yep, he went for the fast clear, but didn't he really go in with a good clear? You know, that rarely happens, and if he misses this, oh, that is really unfortunate for Lun. Now, suddenly, after that, little stumble that Lun has made, now Eris has the upper hand with 2 minions. Actually, that translated into an quite a lead, honestly, around 30 gold. And if this continues, that would be a bit of an upset for Lun at this point. He does continue to get his wave shoved upon his tower, and Eris is kind of stepping this poke up a notch as he continues to land those power surges onto Lun.
Yeah, and power surges are actually getting hit again on Eris. And looking at the optimizations of Lun, he might be going in for a boomstick while Eris is gonna opt for a Gaius standard. He's gonna have a lot of magic resist. That's gonna be the explosive KO being used by Lun with the power surges connecting Eris. Is gonna be able to dodge the latest power surge from Lun as well, and that's a passive being procced out. Eris is just hitting out his skill shots for now, and a very, very mobile hero, and they actually know the basics of how to use the Ras.
Yep. Skill shots here and there, throwing jabs upon each other as Eris continues to try and maintain his lead, but as he misses one, things kind of turned towards Lun's favor as he does take some damage. Eris catches up a little in terms of the gold department, now just barely ahead by 10 gold compared to the 30 a while ago. So he has to be careful in those power surges and those rising uppercut whenever he tries to clear out the wave, because the timing can mess up a bit if you don't really calculate that much in terms of the damage, as Lun is taking a lot of it, and since you can't recall anymore, Lun is kind of in trouble. Oh!
We're gonna see Lun almost taken out here by Eris, but that's gonna be a crucial miss. And the boomstick is already procced out here for Lun, but Eris is also gonna be having the Gaius standard for his own. That's gonna be a lot of gold for himself and a lot of sustainability. Lun needs to play this as smart as he can. With the flicker not available to Eris, though, it is going to be somewhat hard to go for an advantage, but that's going to be a miss on the cannon minion.
Yep, another miss, another goal lead here for Eris for sure, as this is going to be a struggle for Lun as he does try to continue poking out Eris, but as Eris didn't really get that last hit onto the cannon one, this might be detrimental to him. Let's see what the gold is gonna be. Still in favor of Erez as Lunlun tries to go in with the damage of that power surge. Erez take a bit more skill shots than he is supposed to, but with his tankiness, he should be able to be okay as of the meantime.
Yeah, and we're seeing here Lundun still going hard on his damage capabilities. And look at the damage coming in for the boomstick whenever Lundun lands a power surge. But we're actually entering here the 7-minute mark wherein Lundun's not going to be able to recall already to his base, rendering him actually putting him in a very, very hard place wherein he's just going to be one-shotted by Ares if a power surge combo actually connects. And yes, that's going to be a power surge not reaching Lunlun, an almost hit. If that would have been a commit, he would be in danger with the Orb of the Phoenix actually being procced out here. Additional health is going to be there, and Ares goes in with the power surge and an explosive KO, again from Lunlun as well.
Oh,
It is not going to be connecting.
Yup. A definitive win here by Erez as the only two. Even tries to go with a kill. He does get it at the 8-minute mark. I mean, he is gonna be the winner in terms of goal, but Erez wants that dominating one, goes in with the first blood, and he wins. Ties it up to a game number 3. Talked about this earlier. If he does get this win, it will be a big a statement game for him from the game number 1. And now as we go into the game number 3, the first one of which for Erez, it is gonna be the second time for Lunlun, as he did have that kind of condition during the round number 1 against under Archangels Wirao. So what are your thoughts about this? Were you surprised?
No, I'm actually not surprised when we saw Lunlun actually making the grave for himself in the earlier parts, where he already had the advantage. It was just a done deal. And that was a disaster for Lunlun, just because he could have just played it as methodically as it could get. And with Lunlun actually failing on that part, it was just a matter of time where Ares was just going to choke him out, because he was actually building a build wherein he's just going to be regenerating most of the damage that he's going to be receiving from Lunlun.
Oh my. I kind of forgot already, or at least tried to forget what happened to Lunlun earlier. Him tripping down, trying to, clear out the way, but missing one actually became the worst possible thing to ever happen to him in this series. That 2-0 turned into a potential comeback or reverse sweep by Erez, as we are going to be waiting for the hero chosen by both players later on. But that game kind of surprised me a bit, not because of the win by Erez, but because of that short trip by Lunlun. Just that.
Yeah, definitely going and Ares being able to force out the round number 3. It has been a big story that Lunlun did mess up a lot in game number 2. So maybe here in game number 3, we're gonna see a more methodical Lunlun actually waiting to get the win here in this 1v1 semifinals. And always remember, if you qualify and be able to move up to the championship, even if you lose, you're going to be getting a whooping $5,000 for yourself. So even if you're not a champion, definitely you're still going to be coming home smiling, just because of the prize that they will receive. Not like the people who's going to be dropped here in the semifinals. They're not going to be taking anything back with them after the 1v1s are finished.
So, at least get that 5K in. That 5K is it's beautiful, to be honest. I wish I have that. I can only wish, but if I want to wish for that 5K in the 1v1, I have to be at least a little bit good. But no.
Yeah, I mean, we could actually do that.
You'll
Yeah,
give
we
me
can.
5K?
No, we are gonna
Oh.
we're gonna do 1v1s.
I'm just gonna be losing a lot of money if we ever do that. maybe just these teams. I'm already just happy seeing them try to get that good cash prize to add in a little bit of momentum for them, because this is not really uh, just the tournament that they are going through. They also have the main tournament, so this is just a little bonus on their road to becoming the AIC 2021 champion.
Yeah, and definitely we are moving forward to game number 3, and we're gonna see here one team's Lun closing in on a Joker pick, while on the side of the Talon, Ares is gonna be using a Ryoma.
Uh-huh. Kind of I didn't really predict this would happen. I was thinking that maybe okay, Perez would go in with the Elsu, and London would go with a different pick other than this. But with the Joker versus Ryoma, what are your thoughts, Vittorio? Is this gonna be favoring London or Erlen?
Well, it goes to show if Lunlun is going to be able to deal a lot of damage in Ares on the onset, then definitely it's going to be on the side of Lunlun. But if Ares is going to be able to time his skills right for in the invulnerability to physical damage on the skill set of Joker is not going to be available, then definitely Ares is going to be on top of this. Just because we all know that Ryoma is a very, very sustainable champion, but at the same time, facing off against a marksman who is a very, very well-known physical damage dealer and a bane to a lot of those assassins, it is still going to be very, very difficult for Ares to execute. So Lunlun needs to play this as smart as possible, wherein he's going to be able to deal damage at a distance.
At a distance, and keeping his eye onto those gap closest that Ares might actually do as we head down into the initial laning phase, of course. Ares opting to add a little bit of a protection from the possible pokes coming in here from Lunlun. But Lunlun looking for that mobility instead. He is going to be trying to kite out Ares all the time and land his pokes, and right now Ares is getting caught by those kill shots, but is able to close the distance. I'm not so sure this is going to be helpful for him though, as he is just half of his health remaining in this laning phase post 1 minute. Maybe he's just gonna go and try to fast clear this wave, and then opt to go in with a reset back to his fountain.
Yes, and so far we're already seeing the advantages of having a marksman on the hands of Lunlun. He is actually harassing Ares from the distance, and at that point we're seeing Lunlun actually scale a bit more in terms of the gold, and with two Sonic boots already from both sides of the map, Ares and Lunlun is gonna have reduced damage, and Ares is actually not dealing optimal damage on Lunlun for now, because without items, it's definitely gonna be hard for him, and Lunlun is gonna be procking out the ultimate. The rocket is not gonna get a hit. Ares is going in. Lunlun goes in with a killing joke, some invulnerability for himself, and yeah, it's still gonna be anyone's game.
Yup, anyone's game. Lunlun though is taking a bit of damage whenever Ares tries to poke him, so having the wave shove up to him as well can be a bit of a pressure because of that thing. You know, missing out a minion, so that bit of a gold lead slowly gets scratched upon. Just 10 gold of 10 gold lead for Lunlun as of the moment, as Ares continues to try and will he catch out Lunlun if goes in? If he goes in, will he actually goes in? They are so close to each other, but so far, you know.
And that's gonna be a rocket and some normal attacks on the side of Lunlun, just harassing Ares at this point, and with the procting of the second skill, he's gonna be vulnerable to that Wailing Blade. There's gonna be a stun, but the damage is not gonna be felt for sure. And another Pinuel combo with a killer joke and a rocket again on top of Ares. He's gonna be saving out some of his skill shots, and the Wailing Blade is not gonna connect.
Yeah, Linlund though is taking so much damage from Ares, and even though he is having this range advantage one, Ares can actually burst him out if ever the timing is perfect for him. But as Ares misses out another minion, Lunlun continues to be ahead in the gold department, so this can be pressure for Ares. But I think Ares is going to be looking forward to having an outplay and a kill later on.
And definitely we're still seeing a lot of aggression from Ares as well. That's going to be the killing joke being used by Luna to clear out the waves, and the Spectral R is actually going to be used with the Cat Laughter being procced out by Lunlun to damage Ares, and that's considerable damage. Without the Enhanced Restore, he is going to be feeling the brunt of the damage coming in from the Joker. That's going to be using the Spectral R to get some of his health regenerated at that point. The killing joke is not going to connect, but still Lunlun has that advantage. Another rocket hitting Ares at that point, and Ares is going to be forced to use a pinwheel to position himself. And yeah, he's not going to be getting that last hit, and there's going to be a pick a card being used by Lunlun to be invulnerable.
Yeah, that can actually help him go in with some outplays onto Ares whenever he uses the card, because of the immunity that can be optimal for him, especially when Ares actually engages. The poke from the killing joke has been irritating for Ares for sure, because of the range, because of the damage it can dish out not only to him but also the wave, and it is causing him to have this bit of a gold lead even. But as of the moment, it is getting scratched slowly but surely by Ares. Having this amount of gold close enough to Lunlun can be detrimental. Only one miss by Lunlun, one underestimation on his damage or mistiming on his killing joke can lead him to actually losing in this game. But as Ares continues to miss on the minions as well, he does opt to engage onto Lunlun, timing that pick a card, but the disengage from Lunlun happens. No flicker this time.
Yeah, but the advantage here of Ares is that he's going to be able to regenerate his health, while Lunlun is going to be stuck with the health that he currently has, except for when he has to restore ready for himself. That's going to be the Pinwheel with the Wailing Blade, and Lunlun is going to be dangerously low, uses the pick up card in the right moments, and with the Enhanced Restore, that's going to be a lot of health for the side of Ares. That's going to be the killing joke being used. Ares is going to get a miss on the Wailing Blade, but Lunlun is dangerously low. One more hit, and we are able to call this game into the advantage of Ares.
Such a big advantage right now, but the gold department is still favoring Lunlun. So if he can survive just a little bit more, then he is gonna be winning. Ares misses a kill onto that cannon one, but as Lunlun continues to stay strong, he only has to survive few more minutes, few more seconds perhaps, as we go into closing out this 8-minute mark in a short while. Continues to land those skill shots, that killing joke onto the minion, but Ares, as he continues to misses that. Pick a card has been used. Look at how safe Lunlun has been making this, and Ares being a little bit too aggressive but also kind of reckless can allow Lunlun to actually win, as his HP is kind of getting up as of the moment. Playing this out safe, having this 100 gold of a lead. But with this wave, I think this can be the go signal now of Ares to go in under the tower, but still has to pick a card. The timing has been so good for Lunlun. as they are gonna be going under the tower. Lunlun now actually goes in. Can actually escape. Has to pick a card. Is now fleeing from Erez. 5 more seconds and he is gonna win. Can he actually do it? The answer is gonna be yes. 8-minute mark.
Yeah, this is gonna be Lunlun actually reaching the time and him being able to run from Eris. He is gonna be able to secure round 3's win. And One Team Lunlun is going to the championships against Staggered Phantoms Bang.
What a way to actually close out the series with that crucial decision on diving the tower to clear the wave, maintaining the gold lead, and also running away towards the edge of that top lane. He was 1 second, a split second away from dying, and he did survive, closing out this series, denying the reverse sweep by Erez, and now he has secured his spot in the grand finals against Bang.
I mean, that was very unexpected play coming in from Lunlun, and yeah, we saw that the 8-minute mark was reached even before Erez was able to secure the kill. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is One Team Lunlun going in for some nutty plays for himself. But we're now going to say goodbye to the Tactiles Erez, but we still have one last series of the day to determine who is going to be the king of the 1v1 here in the Arena of Valor International Championships 2021. And my name is Vittorio. With me is Guillaume. Before we start the last series of the day, the championships between Staggered Phantoms Bang and One Team Lunlun, we're actually going into a very short break. So don't touch your browser. We'll be right back.
Nani? 私じゃ不満なわけ？ほら、最初から私が行けばよかったじゃない。次はあんたの番よ。全部私が片付けるから。ほら、最初から私がそれで怖わるとか思ってるの？ほら、最初。
We were born at the beginning of time. We are intertwined, inseparable. We are bound to protect the world. I live to protect. I'm in a bit of a mess, but I have your back. This time, let us We will meet again.
Saigon Phantom still continues to track them down. Actually, they will get a priority on this objective. Alvine, actually survives with a sliver of health, but a flicker in by breaking out once again. Yi-Wei is trying to get stopped here by Muffers, but he still managed to reach the back line as Weirao immediately gets blown up as the backside has been exposed onto that Aoi, and right now that's going to be the complete this pick. And as we see the fight break out at top, 0-0 is kind of low, goes back in, taking out Red, and because of that, Archangel might actually secure 2 kills without any trade as Yi-Wei tries to go in by a flank, takes out 1. But right now, because of the crowd control of the Superman
in store for BF, they know how to play the advantages that they have. They know when to actually commit, and that's a Zipro going to be in. This is going to get a shot on the Shaolin. With Kafeni being out, the damage is not going to be enough. Easy is going to be the next one, and look at the damage for Pichu. It's just too much with the crit.
Objective that they have taken already, compared it with just one on underrank so far. They got the first Abyssal Dragon early as Wawa engages! The burst comes through onto last, but right now with the suppression, Z might fall down. He actually lives and Bopak falls down. That's 2.
Welcome back to the Arena Valor International Championships 2021. And this is the last series of the day for the 1v1 championships. My name is Vittorio. With me is, of course, going to be Giyang Gaming. And it has been an exciting series so far, Giyang. And going into the championships, we're going to see Saigon Phantoms Bang facing out against one team's Lun Lun.
Yeah, so many surprises happening in this semifinals, now building to the grand finals. Bang with a strong reverse sweep, but in the previous series, the reverse sweep was denied. Lun with a fantastic performance with a Joker, and right now he's gonna be battling against Bang. So many things can happen here. So many things, because these players have flexed how strong they are in all of the heroes that they have used, and right now they're looking to actually solidify their win in the grand finals. I mean, even if anyone loses, even if one loses, he's still gonna be taking home $5,000, and of course, the winner, the champion, will receive double the amount, $10,000. So why not just aim for that,
Yeah, definitely. That is going to be a very sizable amount. And so far, we've seen a lot of aggressive plays coming in from Lun Lun. He went for that pocket pick on the Joker, which is very unexpected. And going so far, it has been a very, very fun series to watch. And matching out with Saigon Phantoms Bang, who was able to clinch round number 3 as well for himself. In terms of the capability, who do you think is actually on top? Is it going to be Bang, or is it going to be the picks coming in from one team, Lulu, who is actually which was very, very unexpected to see?
I mean, we talked about this earlier before the series even started. Kind of looking forward to Bang being able to reach the grand finals, or maybe even the champion. But Lunlun has been performing so well. So it's hard to answer that. It's honestly difficult for me to answer who I think is gonna win. I'm looking forward to game number 3 as well, because in the semifinals we have seen all of the series reach to game number 3. So this one should be as well. But I'm kind of, hesitating a little bit if ever Bang would actually opt to go in with the Zuka again, because of how he got his first loss during his first match against Almond P, and having Lunlun being able to flex a wide variety of heroes, it can be a big factor to take into consideration. So Bang right now has to kind of up his performance, and Lunlun maybe just be a little safer in general, because he was supposed to get that 2-0 a while ago against Erez, but due to the slight hiccup that happened, things turned into a game number 3. But luckily he was able to clutch it out, and right now he's looking to have lesser or no mistakes.
Yes, and going into the championship is still going to be the same rules. It's still going to be a best of 3. So we're still going to see maybe a matchup wherein we're still going to reach the round number 3, just because the advantage is always on who's going to be able to get the ball into their hands is still undeniable for each players. They're still going to be able to pick from round 1 and round 2 the best picks that they can actually feel for themselves. And definitely maybe Raz is going to show up again here in the series, and Florentino as well. But seeing Lunlun as one of the players that's playing, Florentino is definitely something valuable if he gets the first pick.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a Florentino pick, honestly. I'm gonna be accepting a Raz this time, since it is, the grand finals. But I'm also kind of looking forward, or guessing that maybe just maybe Bang would still opt to go in with a Zuka pick, or maybe even a cheesier option. Something that Lunlun is not gonna be expecting if ever he wins that coin toss.
Yeah, and I have a high expectation just because of the picks that we saw from Lunlun, that we might see a shakeup, especially if we reach round number 3. But in round number 1 and 2, knowing these guys, it's either going to be a Zuka, Florentino, or a Raz. And it has been a staple in all of the series now we've saw them actually play.
Come on. I mean, I did say I am kind of being open to the Raz and the Florentino pick, but please, come on, it's grand final, it's the last series. Show something we haven't seen just yet. Come on, players, you are the grand finalists of this 1v1 tournament in the AIC 2021. Surprises with a fantastic pick. Maybe something that that nobody is gonna be expecting. If I'm gonna be, suggesting, I'm definitely sure I'm gonna be receiving negative comments from my friend Vittorio over here. You know what I'm gonna. You already know what I want to suggest. The Valheim.
I mean, Valheim is actually a very, very good 1v1 hero, but it's very risky to actually field the Valheim here in this 1v1, just because it's going to be the same hero pick.
Yep.
So whoever gets lucky on the draw on which if it's gonna be a stun, a blue shuriken, or maybe a red glaive, then it's all gonna be on Lady Luck's side, especially
Mhm.
on Valheim pick. So I would probably not go for a Valheim in this 1v1 just because of the unpredictability on the glaives that's gonna pop out for the Valheim.
And there you go, guys. The negative approval from Vittorio. So what? Okay, if we are gonna be not going on the Raz and Florentino, maybe not the Zuka as well, not the Elsu. What hero are you looking forward to seeing? Like the unused ones.
The unused ones, maybe an Alice.
And Alice.
Yeah, just to see who has a better micromanagement. Because if you're gonna be using Alice, you're gonna have a small window wherein you're just gonna be getting that last hit.
What if someone picks up something like an Aya? You know? Or
That's gonna be
maybe
definitely boring. I mean, the skill sets of Anaya is definitely gonna be falling off just because he doesn't have anyone to pair with at that
yup.
moment. There's a lot. Maybe Taara, two tanks rolling in the mid lane. That would be very, very boring.
Oh, no, maybe not so. Maybe something that is aggressive in a sense, but we haven't seen just yet. Maybe something like the Flash, something like that, going in and out constantly, dishing out damage, and timing is gonna be essential, of course.
Yeah, I mean, Flash is definitely not gonna be someone that you're gonna be picking up with just because whoever gets the first hit is gonna win that Flash battle. And in those types of fights, you don't want those kinds of unpredictability. You actually want to pick out heroes that even if you are actually in the downside, you can actually go back to, like the Florentino, the Raz, where
We're
amazing
going back.
outplays. Yeah,
So we're going-
amazing. Where amazing outplays actually happen. There's not much heroes. Maybe Elaine could actually be used in a 1v1 scenario. I'm not yet sure, but yeah, definitely we're just waiting for the game to start.
What about heroes that we have seen in the 5v5? Something like a Tulin. Would you be approval of that?
Yeah, I mean, Atulin actually is very, very capable on the 1v1 scenario, but in terms of both heroes, actually, I mean, both players gonna be handling the Tulin. That's actually gonna be very hard to pull off, and pretty soon we're actually going to see the player introductions already on your
On your
screen. And yeah, Lunlun is gonna be there with a 6-minute average right now, getting a lot of damage being taken, and actually 17k on the damage dealt. And we're gonna see here Sagan Phantom's paying also at the 6-minute average as well.
Players.
So these guys are very, very aggressive, especially here in the 1v1s. And we can see actually Bang dealing more damage than actually being passive, wherein Lulun is going to be the complete opposite of a player. So we're going to see a defensive player fighting it off against a very aggressive player on Bang. And Lulun, let's see what is going to be stronger. Is it going to be the shield or is it going to be the sword? Because we're now starting game number 1 in a matter of seconds. This is the championships for the 1v1 tournament of the AIC 2021. And we're going to see the staple hero, Raz, being picked up here by Bang.
All right. Raz pick now reaching to like 80% pick rate in all the series that we have seen already, all 13. This is the 8th time we have seen a Raz. So yep, it is gonna be a Raz pick for this game number 1, and both players are looking to have a good stronghold, knowing how Bang had a fantastic win in this. Looking forward to kind of beat Lun Lun, since his performance against Erez kind of tripped in terms of closing it out earlier, because of we have seen what happened during that game number 2 again of Lun Lun and Erez, and hoping now there would be little to no mistakes for both members, for both players, perhaps, as they are sitting at the very top right now. Game number 1 of this best of 3 series in the grand finals of the 1v1 tournament of the Arena of Valor International Championships 2021.
Yeah, and looking at this, we're gonna see Bang actually having the advantage in terms of using Raz. We saw Lun Lun actually fail. Maybe this is one of the reasons why Bang actually opted for a Raz first pick here in the game number 1. And that's going to be understandable if the reason is that Lun Lun is not going to be the most proficient Raz player out there.
I mean, that would be a jab onto Lun Lun if ever that is the reason of Bang choosing this hero, right? Because for sure Lun Lun is gonna be looking to lessen his mistakes, but we have seen one just yet. We have seen one already. Him not being to land that last hit onto a minion. So goalie so far it's in favor of Bang.
Yeah, and we're still actually seeing here. It has been a different game for Lun Lun now. The last time that he used Raz against Ares he was very aggressive, hitting all the power surges. But now I think we're gonna see a more methodical Lun Lun and maybe a different kind of itemization to his advantage.
Maybe so. Not anymore going for not anymore going for that damage item with a boomstick, because earlier we saw him kind of falling apart, especially on the amount of sustain that Erez had a while ago. But I thought Bang would actually miss that, but no, sticks to getting that last hit. And as the game progresses, a nice flicker by Bang just to land that power surge. I don't know why he did that, but okay. Would have been better if he hit that power surge though.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want that teeny weeny power surge to hit. And that's gonna be the explosive KO. Lun Lun is gonna be suffering from 2 fires from the turret, and Lun Lun is gonna be dangerously low. But without the flicker ready for Bang, he's not gonna be able to secure the kill.
Yeah. Maybe if he didn't use that for the style points earlier, things could have been better. But that was still a fantastic run that he has made, going in for that 2-tower attack onto Lun Lun because of those knockbacks. Right now, it's still not gonna be that much effective as of the meantime, as the gold is definitely still in his favor, but not so much. Actually, no. Things turned into Lun Lun's favor due to the fact that that Bang missed a skill shot onto a range minion a while ago.
Yeah, but so far we're seeing here Lun Lun going in for the fights, and those kinds of costly mistakes. And this is gonna be a difference in talent as well. We're gonna see a flicker versus a roar on the talent of Lun Lun. Lun Lun is definitely gonna have some damage reduction, and he's gonna be able to regenerate health with the roar talent. Plus, he is adding some kind of resistance to crowd controls on the roar talent. But in terms of getting an overreach, Bang is gonna have the advantage if he is gonna have that opportunity.
He does want to just continue to poke out Lun Lun. So the damage is gonna be there for Bang. Often opts on getting the proper timing on that engages. But as Bang continues to kind of fall off in the gold department, the Lunlun looks to be a little more stable. Trying his very best not to make that very crucial mistake that he made earlier during his match against Erez. And as the game progresses, Bang is just looking to close out the gold department, as he did catch up a little bit. Now just a few gold behind.
And definitely, Bang is just trailing with uh 20 gold, actually, with Lulun having the advantage. So Bang actually needs to hit his alchemy stacks and not let Lulun hit his. This is going to be something that's going to be very hard to pull off, just because we all know Raz is a very, very mobile hero. And most of the time, Lulun is just going to be out of range trying to hit out his power surge as well.
Yeah, Bang is still struggling on the gold department. He has to deny at least one minion away from Lunlun if he wants to catch up. Especially that there is this cannon minion right now, which can be detrimental. Oh, Lunlun misses one. Bang looking to actually be ahead this time as he looks to actually punish. Lunlun misses the cannon, and right now things turned better for Bang. Really nice crowd control, denying that last hit from Lunlun. This is the power of Hiraz, especially in the laning phase. So both players should be cautious of this and ready to make this kinds of pulling the trigger and engaging.
Yeah, and Bang still goes in for the secures on the objectives. Lulun is going to be using his ultimate to actually secure the cannon kill. And this has been one of a roller coaster here for the leads that happen. It's just that Bang is now trying to control here the convergence of the minions, and he's actually making it hard for Lulu to secure a wave of his own, and he's not gonna be getting that last hit as well again for Lunlun.
Yeah, that is quite sad to see. Is Bang looking to solidify his lead against Lunlun as the time progresses, and as we get closer to the 8-minute mark, Bang is starting to scale up even more. Both of them opting to go with Gaia standard, so they will be able to kind of neglect that kill potential of both of them, since they have the same item. But right now, things are still looking good for Bang. However, if he doesn't land this skill shot onto that cannon, which he still does, so he's now sitting at a comfortable pace, still having this gold lead.
And we're gonna see additional armor pierce for SGP's Bang getting that mask for himself, which adds some magic damage for himself, and Lunlun is gonna be dragged into the range of the tower. But with Lunlun already being able to use his ultimate, while Bang is still going to actually wait for the cooldown, Lunlun can actually secure this. There is still a 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left, and Bang is going to be able to secure that, and Bang is going to be taking game number 1.
Yeah, a close clutch there by Bang, especially given the fact that he is the one that that allowed things to go in his favor after denying that cannon and range minion away from Lunlun. So a strong start for Bang, a good way to actually demonstrate how mechanically gifted he is in using this hero.
Yes, and definitely with Bang securing the kill, he securing this round, he's gonna have that buffer wherein even if he loses round 2, he is still gonna be playing at round number 3. While on Lunlun, he needs to actually pick off the best hero that he can possibly think of to actually beat out Bang. And we're gonna see here the highlights of the game. It's just that we're gonna see Bang mostly securing all of those last hits, and even with Lun trying his best to go for a backdoor, he's just not gonna be enough at this point. And Bang getting that advantage was actually very very hard to do, just because there's a lot of factors in terms of wave clears.
Yeah, that is true. If you miss a single minion, it can cost you the game. So you have to make sure you can actually land those skill shots, especially that the matchup is a Raz to Raz pick. Lots of outplays can be made, lots of disruptions, of course, with the skills that this hero has. And we saw it being utilized more by Bang.
Yes, and going forward, game number 2 is gonna be inside of Lun because he is gonna be the first pick where he's gonna be dictating what the hero that Bang is also gonna be using. This is the same hero pick, so it may still be in the favor of Lun. And let's not count one team's Lun out just yet. And even though we know that Bang is a very, very mechanically good player, it doesn't mean that he's also going to be very, very good in all of the picks in the hero pool here in the 1v1 tournament.
Mm-hmm. So what are the choices right now by Lun?
Florentino.
Flor.
Florentino. Definitely Florentino. If he wants to get back into this game, Florentino is definitely someone that's going to be viable.
No, please, no longer Florentino. I'm sick of the Raz and the Florentino picks. They are good, but please show a different hero. But maybe, yeah, you're right. Since since Lun is really proficient on this hero, he is gonna opt to go with it instead. And knowing for the fact that Bang actually struggled with the Florentino when he faced against Birdle B, which is one of the fastest games that we have seen in the 1v1, just a little over 1 minute. So maybe this time Lun can surprise Bang with his strong performance with the Florentino pick, possibly looking to a game number 3 and a reverse sweep perhaps. Because why not?
Yeah, I mean, why not? But it is a matter of what if. We cannot decide what's going to happen on the game. But seeing these players actually playing as safe as they, and we all know these two players are actually can finish the game at the 6-minute mark or even earlier, it is kind of looking like the pressure is going to be there. Maybe both of the players really wants to be the champion just because of the lion's share of the prize pool going into them. But even if they do lose, they still have that $5,000 as a consolation prize.
Mm-hmm. 5,000 doesn't seem so bad. I mean, I can only imagine how many food I can buy with it. 5,000. Beautiful, beautiful. What are you looking forward to buying if ever? And what are you looking to get with 5,000? Of course, charity is one, but then what? Like for yourself?
Yeah, well, I'll just be true to myself. I probably buy a lot of skins. Yeah, I've been collecting a lot from different servers, and sadly, the only server that I couldn't play in is actually the Chinese Taipei server, just because I don't know, the distance maybe is affecting my connection with the GCS server. But I'm actually playing in the AOG and in the RPL and also in the ASL servers. So yeah, I've talked to a lot of people already, and we know Valor communities in those servers are very welcoming maybe in the future I could play in the GCS region as well. But for now, I guess playing in those servers are is generally enough to for me, just because I've been spending a lot in those multiple servers.
I mean, I do understand, of course, that whatever makes you happy, right? Whatever makes you happy, whatever that makes your day go right. And Arena Valor has been making so many things that bring smiles onto people's faces. One of which is this championship and this 1v1 tournament that these players are looking forward to win. But I just did a little calculation. I think that $5,000 can be, my food, food and rent budget for like a year or two. Oh, that would be so good. But yeah, all we can do is be happy for these players that are going to the 1v1. And as we see that Lun Lun is not going for the Florentino since it has been banned away by Bang, opting to go with an Elsu instead. So snipe action here in this game number 2.
Yeah, and we are going to see some precision in how they're going to be playing it. We're going to see Lun Lun actually being ballsy and going in for this champion. Maybe he's expecting that Bang is not going to be a good shot in this kind of scenario, just because we haven't seen Bang yet going in for those kinds of heroes. He usually excels on assassins and also warriors. So far, we already saw Lun Lun actually win out an Elsu battle. And this point, we're gonna see if Lun Lun is still gonna be able to force out a game number 3.
I like your wordplay a while ago. A good shot, especially with this Elsu pick. So naturally, things are gonna be looking for just pokes here, from both sides, Bang and Lun Lun. Hopefully, we see a strong performance by both players. Lun Lun looking to take us to game number 3 with an Elsu pick that Bang can actually opt to use well too. So in this game, in this series, we can know for the fact that match point for the Grand Championships has already started. Bang looking to secure his 2-0, while Lun Lun looking to stay strong in this best of 3.
Yeah, and we're gonna see a snipe actually being set up here. That's gonna be a first miss for Lun Lun. And so far, I mean, that's actually okay. And Bang is trying to go for a secure for himself as well. Snipes are not actually landing for both players.
Yep, they also have been kind of canceling some of those snipes, since they want to make those jukes onto each other. But as Bang continues to dodge those snipes, he is setting up this death brush to have a little bit of an edge onto Lun Lun. But they have to still be cautious in securing this last hits, as it is one of the win conditions. A little banter comes in here for Bang. A close snipe was used. I mean, if you can't land it from long range, why not just on close range, right?
Yeah, definitely. And Lun Lun is again gonna be sniped here by Bang. Bang is opting for a Sonic Boots to maybe reduce some of the physical damage as he's gonna be receiving, especially when they are going in for some defense. And that's gonna be a body block on Bang. Lun Lun is gonna be falling off in terms of the last hits, but it doesn't matter. He has a lot of chance, and that's another snipe connecting to Lun Lun.
Yeah. Lun Lun is we're seeing a big struggle coming in here from Lun Lun, as he is slowly losing the goal lead that he does have because of the denying of Bang. But they has also to be cautious in terms of staying alive, as Lun Lun right now pops in with the ulti. Bang though will not land those skill shots. Lun Lun surviving with a sliver of health, opts to just snipe Bang mid-distance. Can he actually hit that snipe? The answer is no for the meantime. We'll see Lun Lun. And landing that snipe is going to be detrimental. Can he land the last one? The answer is no. But as he fast clears the wave, is looking to solidify this with one more snipe. Closing the gap. This is going to be crucial. One with a great one. The ulti comes through. No attack from the turret. But no more gap close for Bang. He is going to be going back into the base. And the gold is heavily going towards his favor. Well, right now, things are looking good for Bang. Do you think Lun Lun can still catch up in this?
It's gonna be difficult because that's one big wave where he just missed 3 of the minions, and that's a lot of damage from Bang. He is gonna be definitely having the upper hand at this contest. Snipes are connecting though, and Lun Lun might be able to kill Bang, but that's still far from the story that's happening with Lun Lun being able to evade another snipe from Bang.
Yeah. Those snipes coming through. Oh! One more snipe. Can he actually get it? Will he get it? The answer is no. Lun Lun survives, popping out the ulti. Still has the flicker, so he can dodge one more. But in this, okay, Bang kind of hesitated. Will he get it? The flicker allows him to, kind of go to safety, but I don't think that would have hit him as well. But that was scary. That was... And as Bang looks to fast clear this wave, maybe to catch out the enemy Elsu, is looking to go in with a sneaky one. Sneaky position, maybe go for a reset for his HP and as well. He has a lot of time. He's going to be catching the next wave for sure. And with this armor penetration item, with the Astral Spear, it should allow him to have that the impact with that snipe.
Yes, definitely we're gonna see some snipes actually being procced out here. He's not gonna get a spot on the positioning of Bang. And yeah, definitely we're seeing Bang very, very aggressive right now. He is actually going and zeroing on Lun Lun in most of the time that he's gonna go out, and that's gonna be a snipe missing out Lun Lun as well. And the damage that he is actually doing in some of the trades is gonna be substantial just because he has a sonic boost for himself, which is gonna negate some of the trades coming in from the snipes of Lun Lun.
Right now, Lun Lun is struggling. We can see it right now, and at post 5-minute mark, things are looking dim for Lun Lun since he can no longer go back into the base, and as he uses that ulti, he's not going to be able to disengage that much. Flicker is still on cooldown, and if you don't have that disengage, you're going to be a little bit in trouble. Nice damage though onto Bang, taking a bit too much, and he has to respect that damage coming in from Lun Lun as well. Misses the snipe. Right now he's playing a little bit more reserved. Lun Lun looking to actually up his advantage, take the tides towards his favor as the snipe is gonna land. Lun Lun looking to land his very own but didn't. So right now he's just trying to shove the wave with the help of the tower, of course, in terms of the timing. But still, the gold lead is heavily in favor of Bang. All he has to do is wait for that 8-minute mark and he will win. But the HP is starting to, get down for both of them as they continue to snipe each other. They do take a lot of damage. Snipe didn't really hit. Oh, flicker. Can actually flicker in. Goes in. Pops out the disengage. For the engage! And snipe! Right into the face of Lun Lun. Bang! With a bang, will secure this 2-0.
Yeah, and the champion for the 1v1 here in the Arena of Valor International Championships is going to be Saigon Phantoms. Bang! Getting that kill onto Lun Lun at a 2-0 sweep in this series.
Wow, that was beautiful. The moment he knew Lun Lun can't escape anymore because of the disengage on cooldown and the flicker, he goes in, flicker, and disengage in. That was the perfect opportunity to land the the snipe close distance that he actually did also a while ago. So right now things are looking so good, especially with the teams that and the fans being proud at him. 1v1, he's gonna bag home 10,000 US dollars. Well, Lun is gonna go home with a good one as well, 5,000 in his pocket.
Yeah, and that concludes the championships. Yeah, we saw a lot of amazing outplays, a lot of good plays as well from Lulun. Although it was just not enough for Bang, who is going to be taking up that 10,000 USD.
Yep.
And it has been an exciting 1v1 here in the AIC 2021. And before anything else, we actually thank all of the viewers who stayed and actually watched this 1v1, and we are very, very thankful. So we are now going into the conclusion of the English broadcast. And in behalf of all the production staff, Games, Garena, Arena, Valor, and of course VSPN, we thank you a lot for watching with us. And this is the English live broadcast. My name is Vittorio. With me is Kiang Gaming. We'll be signing off and seeing you guys tomorrow's group stages. Good night, everyone, and see you guys again.
See you.